Hello there, Bick Benedict here. We're playing God of War 1 on God, very hard difficulty, and this is my guide and walkthrough. We are currently on part 1, the Aegean Sea, and this is another guide redux. The original guide that I made for God of War 1 was one that I made back in 2011 on my other channel that doesn't exist anymore, and then I did another one in 2012 that's on this channel. However, I'm always looking to improve the quality of my videos, improve the audio, and I'll be talking about the audio as we progress, and improve the quality of what you're looking at, my actual gameplay, because I'm going to focus more on doing no damage fights. Now, the fight here is just a fight with undead legionnaires, grabbable enemies, and that's all we're going to see until the first encounter with the boss fight down there. However, what I wanted to do, I think it was like a year and a half ago, remember? I had a no upgrade run going for this game, and I was unable to complete it for the simple reason that I couldn't do it. It was just too difficult. So this walkthrough, I will be upgrading, and I will be collecting, the collectibles, strengthening my Kratos, and but what I'm gonna try to do mostly is I'm going to try to bring more advanced knowledge to the commentary, so that it's less a play-by-play and more very detailed and specific information that will increase your knowledge and awareness of this game, so that you can apply that knowledge to your own, findings and dealings with this game. So, the first thing we're going to be doing over here, and that introduction that I just said, it's going to be. I'm going to do another introduction a little bit later too, like follow up with what I said. But I do need to talk about this over here. So they're giving you the ability to block, at least the message. Now this is the first encounter with one of the Hydra heads, and it's literally just versus a head. You can block all of the moves that he does. However, he's got two distinct moves. One is much harder to react to than the other. His telegraph, though, what you need to look out for is he shakes his fin. You know, the thing that looks like his ears, he shakes that. He starts, or rather his head starts at the right, and then as he bites, he goes to the left, and then you end up on the right if you're blocking. Like, see how I ended up in the corner right there? So that's the first move that he does. He starts right, goes left, and then you end up right as you block it. Now, the second move that he does is that he does the telegraph that I've already mentioned, and then he chomps right away from a center position, and there's an approximate tenth. You see? Did you see it right there? There's about a tenth of a second where he follows it up with a second bite, and a lot of people, like, there's a lot of people, even myself. It's very easy, if you're getting complacent during that fight, to not remember that there's a follow-up bite coming, and there is. Now, if you want to, you can try to do super plumes from range on there, but it's kind of unnecessary. It's such a simple encounter, but those are the two moves. He's going to do the same telegraph every time. However, you need to be looking for where he starts, like what he first starts to do. If he immediately chomps, then you've got to realize that you need to block, and then he's going to follow it up a tenth of a second later after you block it. And it's not even a second, guys. It's about a tenth of a second. It's very fast. And how do I know that? It's because I've got this footage on a Sony Vegas timeline, and I could literally see all of the time elapse in tenths of seconds. So, okay, so now we're going to be fighting the second Hydra coming up over here, but not before we do a fight with some of the citizens over here, and then harpies. Now, these harpies always fight in large packs, and the thing you want to do on these guys is to grab them, but if you just grab them without first hitting them, you don't receive any red orbs. That's one thing you can do. You can hit them once and then grab them, you'll get red orbs, or you can just hit them to death and you get red orbs. But if one is flying around you and you just grab it, Kratos will not get any orbs. So that's it's kind of strange, and there's other. It is a precedent that some of the other games, like I think Ghost of Sparta had that, or Chains of Olympus. But I do also want to cover Chains of Olympus again and do most of that no damage. I'm going to try to see if I can do that game no damage. However, the bosses usually cause me to take damage. Now, the Hydra that's coming up over here, you're going to be fighting... you're going to be having a lot more visible of him to see. So he's got 4 moves that he does. The first move is the one where he snatches you into his jaws, and then you have to tap circle to get out of it, and then he's stunned for a moment or two, and you can capitalize on his falling down and being stunned. He's also got a move where he just does a quick bite at you and you can block it. And then he's got a move where he hits left, right, and then bottom center like that. Those moves can't be blocked. So he hits from our left and then our right and then bottom center. So I stay to the left of bottom center, and then I avoid damage because, like I said, you can't block it. And then he has also got a move where he spins his entire body around the area, and he starts at where the like the 2 o'clock position would be on the clock, and then he does a counterclockwise spin, and you just need to make sure that you are quick enough to react to it, and then that you block it. Those are the 4 moves that he does. See, there's that quick bite attack that he does there. So the moves that I really favor, see, left, right, center, bottom center. The move that you're going to see me do a lot of in this game is the light heavy move. It's a very quick, effective, multi-purpose move that it serves almost every situation in this game because it's a very controlled move. Hardly any recovery to it, and it can be canceled out of very easily, and it's not half bad for damage. And since this is the first God of War, they really had a lot to improve on with the grab. The grab is a very slow move in this game that a lot of times whiffs, and it's very unfortunate when it whiffs because, and what I mean by whiffs is that you attempt to grab somebody who you think that the computer is going to understand that you want to grab him, and then what happens is you altogether fail to grab, and he does a very slow animation with recovery, and it's in those times, many a time, that you get hit. So it's quite frustrating. I'll be bringing it up a lot because it's going to happen a lot. They hadn't refined it enough in this. It's not broken, but it just doesn't work as well as it does in the second game. So there's going to be a lot of parts coming, and I use the word part because on my challenge runs I use the terminology installments, so I just don't do that for regular guide videos, and this is it's a strictly normal guide for the hardest difficulty. Now we're almost going to be making it to the first save position over here, and then we're going to be doing quite a bit more as we delve into this game, which is just it's incredible. I mean, it's just a legendary game, and I want to very much thank you, and I appreciate everybody for coming out to the project and for supporting it. So for Bic Benedict Productions, this is Bic. Please take care, and I will see you in the second part.